Before we get started, I just want to say if you aren't following me on League of Comic Geeks, TikTok, or YouTube, follow me, Super Heavy Sam. It's the same on all three. So, new comic book day. I tried to make a video yesterday, but I did not like the way it turned out. So, we're going to kick it old school with ye old League of Comic Geeks. So, first off, we have N, which is my most anticipated book of the week. We have Cyclops, uh, issue one, right here. I am super excited for this. I'm really not sure, so please put it in the comments if I'm wrong. I've never seen a solo Cyclops book. So, Cyclops being one of my favorite X-Men, he's definitely worth a read. I haven't read it yet, so I've been trying to avoid all spoilers, so I can't wait to dive into this. Number two, we have The Curse of Shirley Johnson, issue 4. I've been very iffy about this issue, but this issue right here has turned my opinion around. I think this is going to be great going forward. It's, of course, your typical I'm trying to get rid of Spawn. Shirley Johnson thinks that Spawn is the reason that she's in the predicament that she's in. Spawn should have saved her when she was kidnapped by Kincaid, and he never showed up. So she's in the pits of the abyss, and she actually has people trying to help her. Not going to go too far into it because I don't like spoilers. But I don't like spoilers. I don't like spoiling things for people. But she is on a journey to get out of her predicament. She has help, and she is trying to go after Spawn. This issue really changed things around for me because something happens to her that really made me say, "Whoa, things are about to heat up." So yeah. Next up, we have DCKO issue 4. One of the things I will say about this book, as opposed to tie-ins as I am, I'm still not going to buy them. I will say, in my personal opinion, if you really want to read this book uh, in its entirety, like really get everything it has to offer, you kind of have to read the tie-ins. It's good standalone. Don't get me wrong, but there are things that do happen where you're like, wait, when did that happen? How did that happen? And it kind of like pushes you to like have to read the tie-ins. A lot of books are like that, but also the same thing with those books. You can read them standalone and you won't miss a beat, but this you do read it asking yourself, wait, what happened to this character, that character? You kind of like have to read the tie-ins. Um, the only thing I didn't like, and I did make a video on it. As you see here, you have the Trinity, and I feel like they just get pushed for everything, and you're missing Absolute Flash and Absolute Green Lantern. And if you're reading Absolute Superman, there's nothing happening in Absolute Superman that would bring him to this world. And I'm caught up with Absolute Superman. Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman, I don't know because I'm not reading them. But being caught up with Absolute Superman, there is nothing going on that would have brought him into this world. And I feel like they could have brought in the absolute heroes. They could have brought in Flash and Green Lantern. That's just a personal thing I have. Uh, doesn't really change the course of the book in no way. So take that part I say with a grain of salt. Matter of fact, just pay it no mind. Anyway, moving on. We have Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger. If you hear me sound kind of congested, I am. I'm still trying to. Anyway, Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger. We are continuing on. This is a whole new storyline. We finished up the last one. And it seems like we're getting closer to Captain Lane, but this just feels like a cat and mouse game. Uh, kind of like we finally see Captain Lane, but I feel like as soon as Gunslinger gets close to him, he's just gonna run off again, and then we're back at square one with you know other stories. Because right now they're in a position to where now they're back on track. Now they're looking for Captain Lane, and they're close. But I feel like this is about to branch off into another storyline that has nothing to do with finding him again. And I'm not even gonna say that's an issue with the Spawn universe. That's just an issue with this title. I'm enjoying it, but the cat and mouse for me is getting kind of old. Uh, I'm just gonna flat out say I'm enjoying the book, but it just feels like the conclusion is there. They just need to hit it. They just need to hit it hard, hit it good. Do not play another game of cat and mouse. Um, Moving on, Green Lantern Corps issue 13. We have Inquar's Revenge. As you know, or if you don't know, Inquar is a species. They literally lived on a planet that was just water. And what happened was the Green Lanterns, and not just saying that I didn't want to spoil anything, but I'm spoiling stuff. But the Green Lanterns pretty much rescued this other species of industrialists. I don't even know if that's a word. And they put them on his planet, the water guy. And what happened was that species of industrialists, built stuff, built machines, built plants and stuff, and it polluted the water. And when they were done, did everything that they could do. They built rockets and left the planet, and pretty much he is like the sole survivor. And he's pissed at the Green Lanterns for it. So now he's about to get, his lick back, and we're going to see where that goes. King Spawn issue 52. This was literally a filler. I'm not even going to lie, this was a filler. So, the Gambino family, there was a guy that was taken out, and he had a son. The son was pretty much told that Spawn was the person who took his dad out, uh, by the dad's best friend. So we just go from there, and of course, I'm just gonna spoil it. You find out it was the best friend that did it. This was literally a filler issue. There was nothing that pushed the story at all. This was literally the son's story about how he thought Spawn ruined his life, and you find out that he didn't. I did read this. That's how I know. I read this. Um, but moving on, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue 15, another issue that I read. Master Splinter's back. They're trying to, play catch up, but the turtles feel like, how you pronounce it, Ujigami. They feel like Master Splinter's Ujigami, and that he is the person taking out all their enemies. He is, but I'm not even going to say what happens after that. I didn't even. I said it in the review on this, but I marked it as a spoiler because it was actually like really good ending. Now, yeah, it was a really good ending. It like shock factor. But yeah, those were my pickups. Um, so again, if you're not following me on Comic Geeks, give me a follow. Super Heavy Sam, it's the same thing on this. It's the same thing on TikTok. It's the same thing on YouTube. Give your boy a follow, and just interact with me. This is fun. Really fun. Okay, bye.